I feel pretty good. I mean, our team emphasis before that was just playing fast and just really getting up and down the floor and scoring a lot of baskets. So I feel like that's something that we definitely done. Obviously, interior defense was an issue. So this week, Coach Kyle has put an emphasis on that for our team. So I feel like that's something that's going to change against Miles.
What's your personal thing that your mindset? What you feel like you need to work on going into Friday night's game?
I think the biggest thing is just coming in and like utilizing the minutes that I get. Obviously, it wasn't too many minutes last game, but it's gonna be something that I have to come in and just make the most of the minutes that I do get.
Felt good to play against somebody else, right?
Oh, it felt great. All summer we've been playing against each other, which I love these guys, but definitely good playing against someone else.
Yeah. Davion mentioned kind of the balance of ramping up here in these exhibitions, but you guys have a huge first game of the season next week, obviously. So what's that balance like, kind of easing into the exhibitions, but also really trying to fine tune and get ready?
No, I think it's perfect. I mean, obviously, like he said, just ramping up. Like I think that's very good for our team. Just learning, just not to go into a game like that. Like last game, we obviously seen that our interior defense wasn't all the way there. So that's something that we can prepare and just move forward in that. So we're ready fully for those games and the rest of the games this season.
And what have you done to prepare against Miles College, and what are you expecting out of them?
The biggest thing is our emphasis on us as a team. I know, for Cal and everybody, we realized our interior defense just was not there or up to par. So our team did a lot more posting up and just really having that emphasis. You can do the armbar now. So we did not know that rule. We wasn't aware of that rule. So that's what we used in practice this week. And obviously, staying up and down the floor is going to be an emphasis for sure. So.
And then David was talking about the NFT deal that you guys did. It's been an interesting few months, and that's a big thing for you guys. Can you just kind of describe that and how that came together?
Yeah, it was basically them and a couple other companies basically came at everybody on the team, just kind of gave everybody separate contracts, and I'm just blessed and honored that I can do something like this with all of these guys.
And this is exciting thing. It's great that you guys are able to have these opportunities. Now you guys actually have them. Just how much does that mean to actually make that happen?
It means a lot. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but I'm just blessed to be with these kind of guys. In this circumstance, obviously, being with people like this, being with good people is really the difference. I feel like they're coming along pretty well. I feel like my ball handling, just the overall confidence with that has been good. I feel like my speed, just overall athletic ability in the past couple of years has gotten a lot better. So I feel like I'm definitely at a point where I can be that person that produces and things like that. No, I think it's definitely a good thing, though. If you're a competitor, I mean, at practice every day, you're going against the top people in the country. So it's definitely something that pushes me, and I love being around these guys.
2-3 people, because I play in a Big 12. Sometimes they put 2-3 people to back you up. But that's the moment I told my teammates. When they backs me out, 2-3 people, now that means 3 of you are open. Just come and get the rebound and put it back. Then when they're going to see that, then they're going to say, now go back out your man. Now when they leave me with my guy, then I'm back again to work. That's something we talk about it, and we wait for it.
I know the other night in the scrimmage, a lot of transition. You guys seemed like you were ready for that pass from the guards. I mean, you guys prepared. How important is it to have that type of chemistry, knowing that the point guard has confidence to throw you the ball to someone else in transition and not worry about it?
It is something we work on it. You gotta be able to catch the ball from point guard. If you really wanna receive lighter ball from point guard, you cannot turn the ball over, because when you turn the ball over, you make them look bad. Every time they pass you, you turn the ball over. They're gonna stop. They got confidence because they say, if I threw to Oscar, he's gonna try to finish it. If he's not finishing, he's gonna maybe pass. So he's not gonna turn the ball over. That's the confidence we build through the practice, because you gotta receive the ball. You gotta be able to protect the ball. Like that ball, like my coach, one of my assistant coaches used to tell me, it is like egg. You cannot let it drop, because if you drop the ball, it's gonna drop, like gonna broke. You gotta take care of the ball. You cannot play basketball without the ball. You gotta take care of the ball. You gotta make sure not turning the ball over. You cannot finish it, kick it back. Go set the ball screen, go to the rim. Like, do a lot of different things, but you cannot turn the ball off. You gotta be able to protect that. That's why, like, we build that confidence with my point guard, my teammates. They can throw that to me, but I gotta make sure I don't lose that ball. I gotta be able to take care of that.
How are you feeling? How's it?
I'm feeling good, really good. I do a lot of rehab and treatment, and I practice. Like, it's been great. It's been good.
What did you learn from the team the other night after that first exhibition?
I learned a lot. I learned from playing against other people. It is a game like speed, and understanding the game of basketball. This game is about like mental up here. It might be a physical, like everything, but if you don't really think, it is nothing. You gotta think of when to make a move, what you gotta do. You gotta be able to listen a lot, because the point guard, they might need you for something, but like you gotta be able to react quick. You gotta be able to react quick. Like a coach always say, you gotta go 90%, but your mind, you gotta go like 10%. You gotta go slow. You gotta know what you're doing, but you move fast, but your mind, you gotta move slow. So like I learned a lot from last week.
Is that hard to do when you're going that fast? When coach wants to speed up the game that fast, is it hard to slow down?
It is a little bit hard to slow down, but like we've been here since June. We work a lot, and he stop a lot. Every time you see mistake, he stop immediately. So we learn a lot, and we like that's why like we understand more. But this past game we played, we saw a little bit mistake in defense. This past 3-4 days practice, it was just on defense to fix that mistake. We don't want to make it exactly the same mistake against Duke, against somebody else.
Does it make it
Special, I know what I'm capable of, and if it's asked of me to do anything, I know that I'm capable of that. So, I mean, it is what it is. I know that my role is definitely significant to this team, whether it's whatever's asked of me, but I'm just super excited with what we have so far, and I'm comfortable with, my role as it is right now.
What is your ideal role, and what do you hope to show in that role?
Yeah, just I hope to show first that I'm a winner, like that I impact winning regardless of what's asked of me. But my role right now is just specifically like be what I am, like be a leader to these guys. I've been in college for a long time, and ultimately on the floor just make shots, be able to make shots, be able to play defense, communicate, and just be one of those responsible guys, know what's being asked of me every night and produce from that.
going back to that Duke game, has it hit you that Kentucky and Duke had such a series and everything that you're going to be part of the last one that includes Coach K?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, growing up in North Carolina, I was always a Tar Heels fan growing up, but I always told, like my parents would ask me, just because I played basketball, obviously, they would always ask, well, if Carolina offered you opportunity and Duke offered you opportunity, who would you play for? And I always would say Duke, and I didn't understand because Carolina was always my favorite team growing up, of course, but now just being a kid and then, maturing, actually coming to Kentucky just to be a part of Coach K's last game, I mean, that's super cool just from a kid from North Carolina, so I am looking forward to that. But, yeah, like it'll be great, just to be out there having fun, especially Tuesday. So.
Could you talk about the new NIL bill? I mean, what that means to you, and maybe explain some of it to me. I don't know too much about all that.
Yeah. So, were you asking one more time?
The new NIL bill.
Oh yeah, it's just opportunity. I was saying earlier where, the world is evolving. Everything is becoming, electronic, and trading is becoming a big deal. So it's just an opportunity for us to, expand our knowledge, become educated, and also, just have financial opportunities. So it's a really good deal with FTX, and it's something that'll be fun. Help, not only educate us, but pass knowledge to our families, people that are, not familiar with, the way that the world is evolving, basically, to, currencies and stuff like that.
Do you know how many meetings you've had as a team with NIL opportunities, like roughly?
I'm not sure, honestly, but there definitely have been a lot of opportunities for individuals and teams. And one thing that's special about this group is that when one person gets a good deal, everyone isn't like closed off. We kind of share with each other, talk to each other like, hey, this company is also interested in this. This is what I'm getting. This is kind of our deal, and we help each other out. So it's pretty cool, being with this group.
What have you told your teammates about the experience of playing in Madison Square Garden, being one of the only players on the team that have had that experience?
Yeah, I told them it was specific for me. I kind of tell them my experience. I tell them I was just super excited, very anxious just to be out there. And when you're watching a game in the Garden, it's so different than being out there on the court. Like when we would get to the conference tournament in the Big East, we would watch, the play-in games for the first tournament, and just sitting in the stands, it was so different than being on the court. Everything, it was just enlarged when you finally out there. And then I just remember being like a wide-eyed 18-year-old just out there on the court for the first time in the Garden, and it was just crazy to me. Then